Oh, alright gamers. Sorry that took a little while. I had to take care of a few things and set up the ThinkPad and eat some sun chips. Oh. Good. Let me a sun chip. Alright. Come on, computer, power up. Power up. Go. Hope you don't mind, I'm gonna munch on a few sun chips. Just for the sake of munching on a few sun chips. Just damn, do I love me a sun chip or two. Alright, let's see. Today is March 4th, 2023. Whoever invented 24-hour time did nothing wrong. Okay, 12, 13, 14, 15 o'clock and 11 minutes or something. Good enough. Is that 12? I can't add 12 in my head. You think I am? A savant?
Ding, 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 ding. Welcome to Windows 98. Why are you still using Windows 98? What is wrong with you? Stop buying computers from thrift stores, man!
Alright. Still munching on some chips. I'm sorry, I'm hungry. I had breakfast, I didn't have lunch. Let me munch on these a little bit. Let me go ahead and find Click and Play. I'll be done with these chips real soon. Almost at the bottom of this little baggie. The tiny little baggie full of chips. What's worse, sun chips or meth? Probably, like, meth. Almost done. Two more chippies. Alright. Let's see, where do we leave off? Let's see. We have Peter. He can walk around. He can walk on the walls. He has a little bug with jumping on the ceiling. If you move left and right while you're jumping, it works properly. You can jump off the walls fine. He even, like, jumps from that point, which was something we might be able to use in gameplay, which would be kind of interesting. And we can go around this block more or less fine. Yep. Alright, so while a little buggy due to being click and play, the climbing mechanic is more or less done. It ain't flawless, it's buggy as shit, because it's click and play, but, I mean, it's done. Oh, no, Cinco's it's time for Cinco's afternoon nap, so she went to bed. Alright, so I'm still worried about this number counting down. So big, I'm worried it's gonna like wrap around, and then I'm gonna collect the star with 0 A presses. But for now, I'm gonna try to ignore it. So now we want to try working on web. Where did we get so far with that? Let's see. Web. So, we have animations for these directions. One thing I'm worried about is webbing upward, because he's facing right. But if we want to web left facing upward, we might have to do something with that. But for now, let's work with what we got. And we'll figure something out as needed. Okay, so, let's see. Not play levels finished. I want to see my code. Oh god, I just remember where we left off. This mess of stopping Peter. Oh. I just remembered we hit this big issue of, for some reason, making the character stop with default click play movement. It's like practically fucking impossible. God damn it. Okay. Shit. Thanks, Click and Play. Okay, so we discovered that telling the character to stop and set speed to 0 is not enough to literally make him stop. We have to also set his maximum speed to 0, which is probably the dumbest thing in the whole damn world. But it will do it. So we're gonna have to do that, and that means we're gonna have to play around with not just setting the max speed to 0, but setting it back to 10 once we're not standing still. Just idiotic. And if we were even one version ahead of Klik Team products on like the Games Factory, I'm sure we'd have a better way of doing this, but here we are. Alright, so max speed to 0. Now, I wish we could turn this around to is not pressing. Oh god, I'm just remembering where we left off and how frustrating it was. On the bright side, I'm looking over at my window and the cat is laying on the windowsill, absorbing the sun and licking himself, and he's so fucking adorable. What a fucking idiot. He's such an idiot. What's the cat's name? His name is Pachuco, but I call him Chuchi. Do I have an image of him? Here's an image of him when he was younger. Oops, nope. When he was younger, this is what he looked like. He still pretty much looks like that, just a little bigger. Stretch it out full screen. Okay, hold on. Check this out, check this out. White cat! Too white! Ah! Sorry. Ah! Sorry, it happens. Don't worry about it. Where were we? Yeah. Put him in the game? Maybe. Alright, so we have to... So, two things we have to deal with. One, we have to play with the maximum speed, which sucks. And two, we have to deal with the fact that while Klik and Play can detect when you're holding a button, it cannot natively detect when you're not holding a button. Which is very frustrating. But we have ways around that, I guess. Alright, how do we want to do this? I think we had to deal with the same thing when we were doing the Brazil stage with Goku, but let's go ahead and in the Goku thing, I think we used it with an alterable variable tied to Goku. Here, let's just use a hidden counter. And that'll be dedicated to this exactly. Edit name and icon. Let's see. Holding button 2. Let's give it a proper icon here so we don't get confused with it. God damn it. Why I'm drawing it? Like, what's the point of me drawing this? How does this help me in life? I'm doing it. And the 2 looks like balls. God damn it. Whatever. It's a balls 2. It looks like crap. Okay. So now we have to figure this out. So. Trying to remember the logic we used last time. So. Whenever a frame runs, all these events will evaluate and run. Always. And we can use that to determine if something is or isn't happening in a frame. So, on one frame, if we're holding the button, we can set that value. Shit. Okay, I know this logic is simple, but I've forgotten it. Let's check how we did it in Goku's stage, because I have completely forgotten. Like, it has left my whole brain. Like, I know once I know it, it'll make sense, but right now it's like, ugh. So. What values are we doing at not the start of level, that doesn't matter. Always. Here we go. So we always set the direction for that. We're always making these hurt boxes invisible. Action, set position. You have to remember how we did this whole deal. I was hoping it'd be right at the top. It might not be. I wonder if it's right at the bottom. No, okay. I need to stop rushing through this and just kind of look at what we got. Things related to Fire 2. That's just for the combos. That's for, like, nudging while you're fighting. Animation sequence. Not sure, to be honest. Animation. Okay, let's figure out which animation is the Kamehameha. That's what was related to holding down the button. I believe it's 2. It's not 2. It's 3. Okay, so whatever we're looking for is related to 3. Let's look for user animation 3 related to this. That's going to be directly related to the events we're using to detect when you're holding down the button. Hold on. Okay, I'm seeing some button code here. So when I press Fire 1, we're setting alterable value C to 1 for our player direction. Anything else or not? Okay. A and B. Not sure what that's doing. Let's check it out. Now, while we're still holding 1, as long as we're holding 1, we're adding 1 to alterable value A. Not sure why, but let's see. Okay, I'm not quite sure why we're doing that, but we're looking for user animation 3, because that's related to the Kamehameha, and that's where we're using the holding down the button. Bouncing, 0, up, animation 3. Okay, so that's just what controls the effects. Blast. So if alterable value A of the little effect here equals 0, and we're Kamehamehaing That's when we're restoring the animation back to not A. Okay. What is ultimate value A for this guy? Key. Could that be related? Is that just a check for if we have enough key? Because I don't think this guy's ultimate value is related to when we're holding the button. It would be nice if you could rename values. Yeah, it really would be. I have this code here, so if you press any button that says player 2, it fucks you up. Using player 2 enemies on enemy control, enemy code every 1 second. This is similar to an always. Okay. Adding 1 to variables. That's all we're doing. Come on. Okay, you know what? Rather than going through the whole thing, let's specifically look at code related to player 1, because that's going to show what's related to controls. So, pressing fire 2 makes you punch. Pressing fire 2 while you're already punching, that's a combo. Pressing fire 1, shoot. C. How do I have this doubled up? Either way, as long as we're holding down that button, value B set to value A, we're adding one. Wait. While we're holding it down, we're setting ultimate value B to ultimate value A. And we're also adding one to ultimate value. That's counting up. And bounce. We have to check what this bouncing animation is, because that might be related to Kamehameha Wave. In fact, I believe it 100% is. That's the charging enemy. Okay, so bouncing is related, and we forgot. Well, bouncing is playing, and ultimate value A equals 0. That's when it changes to blasting. Okay, it's making sense. So, when ultimate value A of our player direction controller equals 0, that's when the game is detecting that we have let go of the shoot button. Okay. So really we want to look at things related to player direction, because that's what's controlling, that's the variable it's holding if we're holding the button. So, when we press fire 1, we're setting C to 1. We're holding down fire 1, setting B to A. Where is A getting set? If A is greater than B, we're setting both A and B to 0. Not sure why. What controls A? Okay, so first we're setting B to A, and then later on, we're holding A. Oh. We can ignore value C, I'm pretty sure that's unrelated. Okay, let's think of this logically. Step by step. Ignore value C. Okay, so when we're holding down the fire button, first thing that happens is B is getting set to A. Start of the level, that's going to equal 0. So B and A are both going to equal 0. If A is greater than B, we're wiping them all down to 0. Right now, that's not happening, because they're both 0. Then, we're adding 1 to A. So all the rest of the events, we loop back to the top. Right now, A equals 1, but B equals 0. So we're setting B to what A is. So now they both equal 1. And then, if A is bigger than B, we're setting 0. Not the case, they're still the same. We're adding 1 to A. And that's going to keep going. So basically, it's going to keep counting up every frame, A and B both together, as long as we're holding the fire button. Then suddenly, if we decide, okay, I'm letting go of the fire button. So this event, where we set B to A, is not going to happen. Let's say they're both 15 right now. So we went 15 frames of holding. The next event, right here, it doesn't do anything different because they're both equal to A. Oh, wait a second. Set B to A, so wait, this doesn't happen. Okay, let's look at it this way. The frame before we let go, we're holding it down. They both equal 15 after this runs. This doesn't trigger because they're both equal to 15. And then we add 1 to A. So now A is 16 and B is 15. But now we have let go of the button. Now we're going to run. So this event that sets B to A does not run. So right now B is 15. A is 16. Next, we compare this. Is A bigger than B? It is, because right now A is 16 and B is 15. So with that, we set A and B to 0. And when A or B equals... And when B equals 0, bam. Okay, that's how we gotta do it. Okay. In my head, it still doesn't make full sense, but I kind of follow the logic. Okay, so here's the thing. We were starting to do this with a, the counter. But counters can only hold one value. So we don't want to use a counter, we want to use a active object. So that, because active objects can hold 3 values. Which is good. Let's see. Press the button again. It's gonna be circular. Circular. Circles are funny. Ooh. Okay. Holding button 2. Okay. This is going to detect if we're holding button 2. For the sake of not fucking everything up, I want to squeeze the button events up here right below the number repeaters equals 1. So let's see if we can do that without our dick falling off. So. Button 2 is being held, and let's try to sneak this mother lover all the way to the top. I'm gonna do it page by page because I don't trust, holding it up and letting it drag because of that one time where all the events got fucked up. I really wish that Klik Team... I doubt Klik Team still has the source code to Klik and Play, but I wish they would release it and that someone could make a version of Klik and Play with more modern fucking features. But of course that doesn't matter because that would just be modern, Klik Team products, but I want something that'll compile on Windows 3.1, just for fun. Like, let me run loops and shit. I know, that's just Fusion, but that's the thing. I want Fusion that'll compile on Windows 95. Okay, so I just realized I have to squeeze like 3 events up here, don't I? Damn it. Oh boy. So dumb. Okay. While we're pressing the button, we're gonna values, add to A1. And now we gotta squeeze in 3 other events. Wait, no, I forgot the order. Hold on, let me double check. Okay, no, first we said B to A. Then that, then that. Set B to A. Okay, now we put in a comparison event. Wonder if ChatGPT would be able to understand Klik and Play. I feel like you would have to train it on Klik and Play. checking A or B. Like, I more or less understand the logic in my head, but let me just check. A is greater than... Okay. Gamers, why does it smell like Fritos in my room? It might just be my socks. They got a little wet yesterday. I'm willing to bet I got this turned around. Is it B greater than A or A greater than B? God damn it. It's A greater than B. God, fucking fart, shit fart, dumb shit fart. A greater than B. Drag this son of a snitch all the way up. I'm surprised we're still at like 50 or so events so far with what we got going on for Peter here. Oh yeah, Frank Dangus, this absolutely all gets converted into some kind of code, like, you know, compiled code. I just have no idea how that works. Alright, so A is greater than B, we set them both to 0. And then we'll hit another one of these. We're holding that button. We add one to A. Where is it? At that sucker to the top. Gamers, John Carmack is coming to your house for dinner tonight. You don't have time to go to the grocery store. What are you going to feed him? Can't feed him fuck. Plain Cheerios, pretty good, pretty good. Toast, that's alright, that's alright. Peanut butter, that's nice. Fried chicken, ooh. Okay, so, got that code. So let's do this. So, holding the button, it does this horse shit. I just realized we have to repeat this for all the sides. Ugh, fuck. Alright. Web is playing. And... shit, we check B or A? I think it's B. Let's double check. Check A. The web is playing. Ultra value A equals 0. We will store animation sequence and set max speed. Theoretically, that means... not sure this is going to work, because these two events here, with the moving while pressing it, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Let's see. I'm worried. I just realized we don't have the events changing our animation. We have not changed Peter's animation. Only stopping. animation, change animation. Keep that. It's important. I'll try. Right, his butt, and he moved. It's a little hard to see. Let me get the magnifier. Fuck out. Look at the magnifying up there. I'm gonna hold button 2. I have to click in the window. Hold button 2. His hand goes up. Then if I let go, it goes down. That's good. Problem is... the issue with button detection. Right? Wait, why are we still moving? Wait, hold on. Something's fucking me here. Why are we still able to... I know why. Okay, so here's the problem. Big problem. And actually, I want to test to see what happens in the Goku stage when we do this. Okay. So, Click and Play is very stupid about button detection. If you tell it to only to do something if button 2 is being held, they'll do it. But if they hold button 2 and press a direction, then guess what? Click and Play considers that different from just holding button 2. And that's causing issues, because now if we hold the button, we press a direction, everything we did up here is fucking it up. Ugh. God damn it. I'm pretty sure the Games Factory, which is the version of Click Team directly after this one, doesn't do that, because they wised up. Shit. What are my options here? This is my... I've got liquid on my computer. What the fuck? Hold on. Ew. So this is my least favorite... This button thing is my least favorite thing about Click and Play. Because it makes simple shit like this so complicated. We need to do an example. I'm sure most of you understand what I'm saying, but I want to kind of drive the point in. Let's go to my little test zone here. We'll make a new frame. Click and Play's fucked up button system. We're going to create a little object here, who is going to be our little man, who is going to help us demonstrate what the fuck is wrong with Click and Play's button system. Here he is. His movement is going to be 8-directional. Okay. This is Little Man. And as you can see, he's a good little man. He exists and do whatever he wants. Now, little man here, he's a very talented little man. Very talented. I don't know if you knew this about him. Very talented. Shit, I'm getting Discord messages. Hold on. One sec, gamers. Give me a moment, gamers. I'll be back. Don't worry. Cat. Hey again, sorry about that. My bad. Shit. Sorry, I'm just important messages that I'm responding to. Sorry about that. Alright, sorry. So. This little man. Little man. I'm up proper. God damn it. No, little man, don't be cut in half. Not 15. 15's a bad number. So this little man right here. Very good. Very good. He walks around, and he has this tendency. He has this tendency that when you are holding down fire button 1, he shoots out active object 1 in the direction that he's facing. What he does. He just does it. Does it. See, he shoots it out. He's fucking crazy about it. Nuts. He's nuts. He's fucking mad. So I'm gonna hold down fire 1. I am right now holding fire 1, and as you can see, he is shooting out like crazy. But this little man has a problem. Is when you're holding fire 1 for him to shoot, if you then go and press a directional button which would make him move, he doesn't shoot it out anymore. But then when you let go of those directional buttons, he starts shooting it out again. And that's a bit inconvenient because this little man wants to shoot out at all times. But if this little man did not live in Click and Play, and he instead lived in the Games Factory, which came out like one version after Click and Play, and he instead lived here, then this little man wouldn't have as many problems, because then, if he's facing directions while holding the shoot button, suddenly, all his little things come out and there's no problem. But for some reason, when he lives in Click and Play, he can't do that. And that's because the way the event system works in Click and Play is it won't register this event. It won't kick off this event that you're holding button 1 unless it matches this perfectly, this little board here. So if you're holding button 1 and you happen to be pressing right on the joystick, then this event will never kick off. But in the Games Factory, it doesn't give a shit. It'll let you do that. And that is the issue we are running into, which is causing me a bit of grief here, because that's going to cause problems with what I'm trying to do with Peter in our little Click and Play game here. And that's the exact problem we're having, because these events here, in fact, you know what? Let's look at these events in the Games Factory. Let's open Mother 4 in the Games Factory. If we go over to Peter's stage in the Games Factory, then, look, I'm holding the button down to shoot web, and I'm pressing left and right, and Peter's staying still, which is exactly what I want him to do. Like, that's exactly how I want it to work. He's staying perfectly still, he's stuck, he can't go anywhere. And that's exactly what I want to happen. But, because of the bullshit joystick detection in Click and Play, when I do that exact same thing, Click and Play, it does not cooperate. You press a direction, and then he's gonna go, even though I'm holding the button. And that is pissing me off. Wait, are Click and Play games directly portable to the Games Factory? Yes, those are both Click Team products. They're directly compatible. What can we do? And the thing was, we want to be able, while we're stuck in web mode, we want to be able to use the directional buttons to aim where we're pointing the web shooter. And this is going to make it difficult. And then you have to remember, whatever we do here has to then be duplicated to the other 3 directional versions of Peter. So even if we put in an event-filled fix, we're going to have to then copy and paste that event to the other 3 directions, which is going to suck. Boy. Okay, so... Sorry, I'm still responding to some important messages. Don't worry about it. Okay. Fuck. Damn it. Shit. Here's the thing. Look at all the different kind of... Like, you can have button 2, right, up, left. Look at all of these. We would have to put in events for each of these. Shit. Can we make the control simpler then? I don't think we can, because I can't think of another way to do this. Okay. I wish I could just copy and paste these events. The DOS game was much simple. No, the DOS game was pretty complicated. Shit. Okay, so I'm trying to think. If I were to go ahead and do this ridiculous shit... I'm so frustrated right now. I want to test something real quick. If I sort it like this... Wait, let me save before I do anything stupid. Let's throw in a little test event. And drag this up here. So where does this end up once we turn off the filter? I have no idea. It's just down here. Okay, so that was silly. I was hoping. See, the main issue, the main reason I'm reluctant to do this is because I'm gonna have to drag all the events to the top where I want them to be. What choice do I have? Okay, so let's do this. Let's make this easier for myself. We gotta do it. Let's increase the resolution, the native. We have more room here. Come on, maximize, you fuck. Okay, I have options for this. Display density. Let's do low density so we can see even more. What? Oh. Around? High density. Okay. Okay! And we're just gonna fucking do it, because what else can we do? Okay, so. Repeat while we're holding fire button 2. And pressing right. I select multiple events. I know I don't know why I'm asking that. Let's create all the events now, and then we'll drag them. And doing downright, doing bottom, left, left, up left. Oh, I hate this. Up. So right, down, down, left, up, top, up. Okay, so that's theoretically all the possible ones. We're not going to consider what happens if you press fire 1. Fuck that shit. Drag this shit up here. Please just do that. Thank you. Ugh. Oh, this blows. Damn it, Klik game. Why'd you have to do it this way? Okay, almost got the first lump. First lump is up. And we get this. Copy throughout. And we do it again for this second bit. Ugh. Hey, Urkel55, thanks for subscribing. Okay, redo these copies. Left. Left. Okay, let's see. Right, down, left, up, right. Okay, drag them all up again. Oh, smack my computer. Sorry, still answering this important messages. Don't mind me. Sorry, gamers. This is one heck of a day, huh? That's... Now, got all this shit up here. It all gets in the same spot. I really hope this works, otherwise this is a huge waste of time. Okay, so then we copy down this. Alright, now, if this works, if this has even a chance of working, I don't know if it's going to work the first time, because I might have to add more shit in here, but let's just test real quick. See what happens. Look at that. We're stuck in place. That's exactly what I fucking wanted. Oh, God. Oh, somehow it's working. Jesus, what a stupid thing. So frustrating. What a horrible, frustrating thing. Okay. Set our settings back to how they were before so we can actually see. Sorry, gamers. I'm gonna be just, you know, distracted a bit during the rest of the stream. Don't worry too hard about it. I'm good. Okay, so, got this set back up. Oh, a disgusting mess of code. I want to test something with this, but first let's set our resolution back to how I had it before so you guys can actually see. Back to 800 by 600 so you guys can actually see the pixels and shit. Okay. Alright, so I want to test something here. Instead of having these 3 events detecting if we're moving left, right, up, what the fuck ever, let's see if we can use that holding button 2 event. Replace that with A is greater than 0. Don't know if this is gonna work, but let's just test it. It would simplify things a bit. Actually seems to be working. That might actually help a bit. At least a little bit. Shit. Mess. Okay, that helps a little bit. What do I need to do? I got so sidetracked by all this, it's like, ugh. So next is I want to be able to have some aiming happening here. Let's try this. So, if number equals 1, web is playing, and stick. Here, press send. Right? Direction. Actually, let's just do it for upright, because I think right and up is going to get handled by the built-in movement. Click in. Upright. Let's see what happens. God damn it. The animation sucks, but yes, it is working. Aiming to the right, aiming upright, aiming up. Okay? You might have to play with the animation a bit, but that's good. Up and right are already handled by the built-in movement. Same thing for the other side. So, left, up, up. You also have to do down right, because it's not taking that right away. Alright, look at that. So far it seems like it was worth doing all those events up there, because we're actually making some progress now. Right. Okay. Seems to be working. Okay. Now we need to start doing testing for actually shooting a web. So let's get a little test object out here. Just use while we're getting the basics of this working. Web. Oh. Test object we use. So rather than just restoring the animation sequence, let's have him shoot the web in whatever direction he's facing. We'll do it at a slow speed so we can look at it. Alright. Web. Web. Shoot up. Web. Up left. Web. Up right. Web. Down right. Web. Down left. Web. Now, this down also works. I don't want down to work. Down does work, which kind of stinks, but we can probably... something about What can we do about down? If we randomly set it to left or right, which might make him kind of spaz out, but don't press down. Oh, it's not working. Oh, hold on. Working? What the fuck? Why isn't it making him spaz? Broke the animation. Okay. Just noticed something. Let me check something. Funny thing. So you can detect for if you're holding a button and pressing right or left. You know what you can't detect for? If you're holding a button and pressing right and left at the same time. Oh, shit. You won't worry about that. If you fuck yourself like that, oh well. If you press 3 buttons at the same time, it kind of gets fucked, but there's only so much I can do. Only so much. Ugh. Well, if we replace that, detecting if we're holding down, we replace it with if your direction is down. See what happens. Oh. I wonder if that's working. Number equals 1. Action web is playing. Why isn't that picking up? Let's do this. If we do that, blow Peter the fuck up. if it actually kicks off or if it's a load of nonsense. So it does kick off, it's just not changing his direction. Interesting. A satisfying explosion. I just had to feel that explosion. I needed it. I needed that explosion right now. Okay. Alright. Whoo-wee. Let me drink some water. Head's starting to hurt. Okay. Anything we can do to make him not shoot web downward? We made him look to the right. I think I know what's happening, actually, now that I really think of it. Why not just leave it? Because I don't want Peter to shoot web downward. Actually, you know what? Let's not worry about it. Let's not worry about it. We'll do some kind of coding with the web to make it so if Peter touches the point where the web hits, the web is just null and void. Okay. Where are we at right now? Okay, so fire web. All these directions. Okay. Now we need to do the old real web here. Let's see. How do we do this? Where's the event we can shoot? Oh. Oh, it's starting to get messy here. Make an actual web object. Pretty big. That really should just be a pixel for what I'm trying to do. What am I trying to do here? What the fuck am I trying to do with the web now that I really think of it? I'm not concerned about the graphic, I'm concerned about the behavior. How do I want the web to work? Alright, so we need a simple object, 1 by 1 pixel, gonna be our web point. Make sure we don't fucking lose this goddamn thing. Web point. Test web. Let's see. Web point. Peter. We'll keep 100 for now. I want to make sure we're able to detect this. So when web point applies to the backdrop, let's end the game. Just so we know it's working correctly. It did, okay. If I shoot upward, we'll do the same thing. Yes, okay, so let's do this. Apply to the backdrop. How do I want to do this? If it collides with the backdrop and algebra value A equals 0, it's uninitialized, that is when we create Okay, no. So we don't want to reuse the object. We're going to use a different object for the anchor. That fires off, and then we're going to have an anchor point. Anchor point. Super easy. Anchor point real quick. Point. Undo. Oh, not there. One more pixel out. Anchor point. A snowflake, I don't care. That sucker in the middle. That was by 8. 15 by 6? What? Oh. There we go. What's that? Okay. Anchor point. Alright, so when this collects the background, create an anchor point. I need to change those icons or we're never going to be able to see anything. Okay. 8, anchor point, 2, web point, destroy the web. Oops. Don't like how it's that far in? And yet it's not always that far in. shouldn't be a huge issue. Also, we have to make sure we're not able to shoot web while we're jumping for reasons, but we'll deal with that later. Well, maybe... I'm not going to worry about that right now. That'll be a later addition. Okay, so. Real quick, let's make sure that we can delete these two. Okay, so. Another thing. We don't want him to be able to shoot off another web if there's already one out. Here. So. Number of web points equals 0. Anchors. So we should only be able to fire off one web at a time. Shoot it. And now no webs can come out. Unfortunately, that leaves us no way to get out of shooting webs, so let's disable that for now. We'll worry about that later. Okay, so with that, now we need to have kind of a web thing happening. Okay. Size 3 by 8. Need able to see it. Figure out what I'm doing. It's very thick. Things I need this to animate in a specific way. 2 by 8. We'll do like that, kind of. Half down. Or all the way. Real quick, see if that's gonna... really? 2 pixels? It is. I don't know. It might work. Okay, so let's see. Web line. Okay. Now, all this code we're doing right now is going to have to be cleaned up a bit, so don't worry about it. Picker count number equals 1, and also if we're in standing mode, shoot an object, web line, in direction of anchor. Then, if web line is overlapping the anchor point, we will store it. Let's see if this works the way I want it. Oh no, it can overshoot! Shit! Oh no, it can overshoot! Oh fuck. How is it missing so badly? Oh lord. Okay, let me try something. I want to do a test. Can I manipulate the angle of the web line if it's created as a shot object? So we'll set its direction down. Let's see if they all start going down. They do. Okay, so we can manipulate the direction. Okay, so. Direction. Look in the direction of anchor. That'd help a little bit. That does help a little bit. That actually helps a lot of it. It does seem like I might have to make them a bit longer, because they don't quite link up with each other. how that's gonna happen. We need to have some code to make sure that they get this right when they get off screen, and also code for the different kinds of Peter, because right now it's just focused on standing Peter. Okay, so make them a touch longer, because they're a little segment. They're obviously always going to be a little segment. You know. Longer. Hard to find out. What's better? That is better. Obviously not perfect, and it won't be perfect because Klik and Play just can't draw fucking lines, but look at that. Considering the limitations that we're working with, that is pretty good. Like, you'd be hard-pressed to get a better-looking line in Klik and Play. We need a little debug counter. Something. There's my always. Have an always event. Don't. Oh, this will work for an always, so I set this to something. Whole number of objects. Beautiful. That top left number, it's showing the current number of active objects on the screen. Right now it's 11. As we move around, it's going to manipulate not as often as I thought. It should manipulate a little bit, and it should manipulate a shit ton once we shoot. 12, 30. So right now, the further away you get from it, the more objects there's going to be. But you see how some of them is shot off forever? Now we have like 40, 12. We have to have some control of those objects. Because there's a limit to like how many active objects you can have on screen, so we have to be a little careful with it. Up there. And then we're gonna have to do some kind of swinging mechanic. How are we gonna do a swinging mechanic? Oh boy. And see how it's kind of... The anchor points into the wall a little, but it doesn't really matter that much. Because it's close enough. But it doesn't really matter. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very satisfied with how this web line is working. I did not think it would work out this well. Like when you sit there and you consider that Klik and Play just cannot draw lines, what we got there is pretty good. It's still gonna need some... The code needs to be cleaned up a bit, and we need to put in proper detection for making it so we can only have one line, one anchor point, etc., etc. But this is actually pretty good, all things considered. Right now I'm just admiring it, to be honest. Ugh. Sorry for being a little quiet. I'm trying to ponder in my head. The next steps for this. I want some kind of web swing, some kind of arcing. To build kind of like, you know, go for a swing, and I want it to... How does the swing work in SNES game? It's a DOS game, but it's pretty much just, you know, what you'd expect. Kind of a circular thing. I'm still admiring the line. Just staring at the damn line, I kind of like it. You know what I mean? It's a really good line. Really admiring that line. If we shoot off a second one, the code stops because there's not supposed to be. Alright, sorry about that, just distracted streaming right now, you know how it is. Well, I guess you don't. You know how distracted things are? Don't worry about it. Okay, so I want to look at something here. Go back to my old testing grounds here, where I was dicking around with a lot of stuff. Alright, active object test, off-screen collision detection, signed. So, is this the clean one, or was it another one? This is not the clean one. This is the dirty one. Doesn't exactly. This is the math test, right? It's math. That's it. That should name them now. Math test. This one. Off the screen scrolling test is going to be these for the future. I remember this one. Really shitty flying test, which is just kind of going for trying to do a cheap kind of effect, but it looks like shit. So this is, as you can see, the cutting room floor. Let's see. What's level 7? This might be the successful sine cosine. Like to reposition our object, and then... Okay, this is our successful sine and cosine calculation. We're actually able to calculate sine and cosine and click and play. Actually name this successful sine cosine test. Alright. Now the problem is with this one. Oh, okay, no, this is different. This is lookup table sine cosine test. What this is in games that use sine and cosine, where calculating sine and cosine is just too much, like it's too processor intensive. Rather than calculating it, they would create a table. They would create a lookup table. And in those games it works great because, you know, you would just have it all logged in, and if you had a certain number, you would reference the lookup table, get the sine and cosine, you'd be good. The problem is for Click and Play that won't work, because Click and Play does not support matrices or arrays or anything like that. But to store the values, you would have to use either counters or active objects. Counters can only store one value, active objects can store 3. So what I did for this test, I created a table object. And at the start of the level, I created like 100 and like 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 99, 100. 101 active objects. And in the events, I gave each of them the values for the sine and cosine lookup. So that when you actually need sine and cosine, you would just reference those tables right here. Now that works. then the problem is you have chewed up almost all of your active objects. So while it works, you literally cannot realistically, feasibly use it in a game because it just uses too many active objects. So while this does work, it's not really usable. You can't really do anything. Let's see, what's this level? What's this level? Oh, okay, this was a... Oop. Oh, no, I remember this one. In this test, I was trying to see if you could detect collisions, multiple collisions during one event run. And that was a failure. But so multiple collisions in one frame. Here we go. Here's another sine cosine with a table. Wait, really? Use the table again? Did this more than once? Why? Why did I do it more than once? What? Why did I do this more than once? Why did I do it twice? Don't remember why I did it twice. Why did I do it twice? Why did I run the same test twice? That's weird. Oh, I remember this one. This is where we were testing how the random number generator works. The answer is not very well. Okay. RNG test. Wait, did I not have one where I successfully did the sine and cosine? This is the closest one. I think I fucked up the math here. But here I was doing it with Taylor expansion. Rotations that didn't work, right? And this is a big fucking mess, because you have this whole line of events that have to run right after each other, of throwing math through each other. That's kind of revolting. But it does kind of work, but I kind of did it wrong here, like in terms of the rotationals, because it'll work for like a quarter of a circle, and then it bounces back, and it does down here, and it bounces back. So that's just because I got my rotationals wrong, but this works without eating up a ton of events, I mean a ton of active objects, but it is not easy to look at, and I feel like we need to, if I used something like this, I would need to, see if there's any way I can fucking... Okay, you see these lines where I have never? I actually use this to kind of help me organize what I'm looking at. So this is almost working as like a line break. So it's like, okay, line break, this is the next part, line break, this is the next part, etc., etc. Because that's how confusing this got for me. This is just Taylor expansion. But the thing is, ideally we'd be able to do this in a lot less events, because this is confusing as shit. And I still never worked out the rotational aspect. But it is only 26 events for a partially working sine and cosine. Bye, Jim Sticky. Thanks for joining us. Oh, by the way, did you know Click and Play cannot actually handle floating point numbers? It can't support... it does not work with decimal points. So rather than calculating decimals, I ended up just having to multiply it into a large number and then divide it back down to work with it. Oh, it's disgusting. What calculations do I have access to? I'm pretty sure, and let's double check. Let me do this in another... Add, subtract, divide, multiply, And modulus! We do have modulus! But yeah, we have sub-elementary school level math available to us. I mean, you're right, Warp Track, I could do something like that, but it would be really shitty, and I want there to be some kind of arc, and if I could just calculate sine and cosine, we could do a proper arc. Right, I know it's probably a lot worse there, Colonel Panic, but at least there you have access to proper loops and stuff. No, I know, Warp Track, you're right, you're 100% right. You're 100% right, but the fact that I got it almost working here with just like a handful of objects and like 26 events, this makes me think, what if I cleaned this up? What if I cleaned this up and I was able to use it? It's one thing if I would want to calculate multiple things using sine and cosine. But if I'm just going to calculate sine and cosine once per frame, maybe it would be okay if I was able to clean this up and use it. Maybe. Now granted, there's no way I'd be able to do that on stream. I would have to sit down and work that out on my own, so I can give it my full attention. I'm considering it, but it might not happen. We might end up doing a more simple thing for that. I really could have sworn I did the sine cosine test again without the lookup table in a way that was successful. Why did I do this twice? I do not remember why I did the lookup table version twice. Like, I can't for the life of me remember why I did that. This is completely unusable if we chew up that many objects. Why did I do it twice? I'm really baffled. 1, 2... Wait, I think I know why. Okay, this was my first attempt at it, and I was using a lot more scratch numbers than I needed. What's the object limit again? Let's test it. This first frame tests exactly that. By creating a bunch of objects that rain down. And what? Let me update this counter up here, because I'm doing the counter event wrong. I'm testing for how many of one... Actually, it's fine, don't worry. I already compensated for it. I want to say it's 256. $256, 255, actually, but yeah, okay. Might be 256, but either way, it's in that range. Which is why it's not feasible to do a lookup table, because we would use up over half of that with just active objects. So I just remembered why I did this twice. My first attempt, the lookup table was here, and I had a shit ton more scratch numbers I was using. Then I went back and did a second attempt here, and I cleaned up the number of scratch objects down, and I think I kind of smushed the math down to some less events. I believe. Where did I do my math? Where did I actually do that? Well, I guess I didn't do math. Let's see now. Look up. Right? Where's the hard math here? Well, I say where's the hard math, but I specifically set this up. I wouldn't have hard math, so there's no hard math. Did I use all these scratch values? What did I use all these scratch values for? Counter. use these scratch values. What the fuck? What? I set it here, then do I have... Oh, I'm using it to set the counters. But where do I get the value? Oh, okay, right there. That's where I'm using it. Wait, no, that's time to cosine. No, it is. It's from scratch. But where did the scratch come from? What? I'm having trouble figuring out what I did with my own goddamn code. I'm having trouble figuring out what I did with my own goddamn code. This is why Click and Play not having comments kind of sucks. Look, this works so smooth. God, I wish Click and Play would have a higher object count so we could just use this lookup table. Look how clean that is. Look at that arc. Whoop. And you can move them around. God damn it. I wonder if anyone else has ever calculated sine and cosine in Click and Play. God, I'm such a loser. So if I can find free time, I might work on polishing this up here, because even though it's messy and doesn't fully work, maybe it can be adapted. Maybe. Oh, what a mess.
Goodbye, stupid. We've had a lot of fun on your crappy computer. Please don't ever come back.
Alright, so, anyway. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. Sorry that the stream was a bit distracted, especially in that second part, and the first part, and all that, but... Oh, sometimes life gets in the way. Even when you only stream 3 times a week, sometimes life still gets in the way. So yeah, I really appreciate you tuning in again. Just blinded myself with the laser on my mouse. Tune in at the usual times for all the usual stuff. I gotta go give my dog his medicine. Look at this picture of a cat and think about what you've done. About it. Think about it. Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go somewhere. Sorry, my insides are trying to become my outsides. Thanks for watching. Please be decent to people.